Hey everybody, welcome back. Chris McCormick joined by Blake Smith, and we are back in our Scottsdale HQ studio talking about new Callaway AI smoke drivers. So Callaway, new introduction for 2024, brand new line coming out in their woods and their irons, and pretty exciting stuff, continuing down that path of AI technology and innovation. But before we jump into the bay and hit any of these, make sure, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get some balls in the air.
Let's do this.
All right, Blake, in the hitting bay, we've got 3 of the new Callaway AI smoke Paradym drivers to hit. So going to start with the first model in the triple diamond. This is going to be geared a little bit more towards that better player. It's going to have that face progression that lends itself more to being that neutral to fade bias type of start direction and flight path. So first impressions of triple diamond, what do you think just at address? How's that look to your eye?
So I know in the last video, I talked about the Paradym as the best looking driver they've ever made.
I'll tell you, this looks great. I mean, it's one of the best looking Callaways they've ever made.
They just outdid themselves. I think this is beautiful. I really like this carbon crown. I like it when a company just straight up shows you exactly what it is. Overall, it's a really good looking driver, and especially at address, you can tell that the weight's pushed forward here, but this, I mean, it looks really, really good. Well, I missed that one pretty good on the heel. And it geared back to the middle. That was pretty good ball speed where I hit it. That felt really good. So a lot of times when I hit it on the heel, it feels really unstable. Spin stayed in a good place, ball speed stayed up. There I hit it high toe. So I aim left, hit a cut, and if I hit it on the toe, a lot of times it gears left, and that was a bomb. 302 in the air.
Now, it's kind of interesting to point out that new AI smoke drivers, big thing missing this year, jailbreak.
Yeah.
So something that Callaway has had essentially as a benchmark technology for the brand for years, new innovation in smart face technology has basically afforded them an opportunity to remove jailbreak because AI design has gotten so efficient.
Yeah, so they take all these players, right? They've taken the robot component out. They take all these actual players and they map where those people hit it. And that AI technology just makes it hot in those little spaces that people miss it mostly. And it's a ton of data. Just right there, as far as the gear effect goes, when I hit it on 16 millimeters on the toe and I aim left and swing a little left, that's usually left of left.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah, that is out of bounds. So that just right there makes this driver incredible. That one felt dimed. That's usually what I play, that little cut.
That's a little more used to what we're seeing from you.
And this is the right bias driver, so it launched a little bit more right than I'm normally doing. That was a stock fairway finder. That felt really fast off the face. Oh, yep, that was a bomb. Really good fade.
It sounds just solid through impact.
Yeah, it feels the way it sounds.
Another 170 ball speed.
Yep.
Spin is pretty spot on. Let's get a couple more for the sample here.
That was smashed. That was hammered. There's a good chance that goes in. That would be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Oh. Well, pin hunting from 330 is definitely no easy feat, that's for sure.
Yeah, wow.
So I would say that this checks the box for the player category, especially for a player that likes to play that little bit of an auto fade or fights that left miss.
Yeah, and you can mess with the center of gravity just like you've been able to do with triple diamonds in the past.
Sure.
So you can put that in the back, make it launch a little bit higher, open up the sweet spot a little bit. That's part of the fitting process. I mean, overall, this is definitely a home run.
So from player head, let's transition more into that core head and see how those two compare side by side.
All right.
Next head for us to test is AI Smoke Max. So this is going to be right in the middle of the line. This is going to be where the majority of the players are going to land. So a little bit more neutral as far as the start line, and pretty clean package there from what I could see. What's your impressions of it at address there?
Yeah, very clean. It's just a little bit bigger. I don't really see too much of a difference here. It's just that this part here, the back part of that driver is pulled back just a little bit.
Sure.
And it's a max, so you just have to expect that. Got to weight forward here. So
that was an adaptation actually
cool.
from a version of a tour head that they had in the Paradym.
Yep.
So giving the player the opportunity to fine tune not only swing weight, but also move CG a little bit, and also fine tune launch and spin characteristics.
Yep.
And still has the slider weight in the back, but now giving the player the opportunity to move a little bit of weight forward and up against the face, just one more level of customability.
Yeah, so if the spin's a little high, we can go, okay, we'll get a little bit more weight up front and move the CG and get that spin down, launch down.
Exactly.
Okay. It's lighter. I felt like it was a little bit lighter there through impact, so I held on a little bit. Sometimes lighter makes me hold on. It's interesting.
And 68 ball speed there. Spin got a touch high, but a little bit low on the face. We could argue that for the spin number. That's a little better there.
Yeah, hit that a little on the heel. So we're gonna see what ball speed. That's a pretty good spin for on the heel and a max driver.
168 ball speed again, super consistent. Yeah, low heel on the impact.
Yep. That was dimed.
So revisiting that last shot, like you were talking about with where the spin was on that low heel, one thing that Callaway really focused on in this new smart face tech was micro deflections.
Yep.
So in the removal of jailbreak, had an opportunity to redesign that face and now incorporate new tech, like we're talking about, micro deflections.
Yeah. This golf club is not gonna twist and deflect. It's not gonna change the position coming through, and it's gonna put a lot more energy into the ball. When I saw the schematic of what they showed me with their strike patterns and how much more ball speed they got over their Paradym, that was eye-opening. I was looking at that going, oh my gosh, on your own driver, it gained that much distance.
Yeah, 1 year.
In 1 year.
As solid as Paradym performed for us, I mean, the claims that Callaway is making with new AI smoke, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And to steal one of their phrases, sweeter from every spot.
Yeah.
And I mean, from what we're seeing, as advertised.
That's what we're seeing. So this is the max. I'm gonna try to hit one way off the toe.
Yeah, let's hit a couple more to round out the sample.
Okay, that was on the toe. So that was on the toe and it's still cut.
Almost carbon copy ball flight there. Ooh, big carry.
That was slammed.
Big carry.
Yeah, that was out on the toe for sure. 168, but really consistent.
Very consistent ball speed.
14 millimeters on the toe.
Let's get one more before we go in this Max D head.
This is another soft and fast feel. It's cool.
So we could probably attribute that to, again, that new smart face tech, the micro deflection tech built into the head, that 360 carbon chassis.
Yep.
Just a lot of carbon in that head.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you hit it off the toe, you can feel that club really torque and a lot of torque on the shaft. I didn't feel that at all right there. That was on the heel. I would expect some gear there because one, it spins more because it's a spinnier driver for me. But ball speed was 169. So this is doing everything that they said it was going to be doing. That's really cool.
So spin jumped a little bit there, but that strike location, less than ideal.
Yeah.
So let's go into our draw bias head, see how it stacks up next to Triple Diamond and Max.
All right.
Last head to round out the sample, Max D. So this guy, a little bit more upright on the static lie angle, gonna have a slightly different shape than what we saw in Triple Diamond and Max. And this guy is gonna have a little bit more of that internal weighting position down towards the heel to help move that face through impact a little cleaner and guard against that right miss that a lot of players struggle with.
Yep, so what I liked about the X driver when they came out with the Paradym X was it was draw bias but low spin. So I sold a lot of those. I fit a lot of people into that because of that. I'm hoping this is the same. I don't think that they would change that too much, although if they move too much of the weight into the heel, we'll see that the spin jumps. But overall, that was a really, really good driver. And then also it's a little bit more upright, so the start line should be more left.
Sure.
So, I mean, from the top here, it almost looks exactly like the Max. It's just more closed. And I think that might be just because it's a little bit more upright.
Sure, going
It's a
from
little bit.
57 to 60.
I didn't hit that one very good. It's definitely high launch.
Yeah, that took off.
Yeah. I hit that on the toe, a little high on the face and on the toe. Actually, that went pretty far. Okay.
Genuine reaction,
Yeah.
high launch, spin wasn't crazy, and got a good carry number out of it.
There it goes. So draw bias drivers for somebody that hits a fade. It's a little scary because if you let it go, there it goes. And I bombed that. I'm gonna have to adjust something here. I'm gonna have to adjust my alignment and hit that
168
shot.
ball speed again, 300 carry at 2,500. Launch at 13 from static loft to 9. That's not bad there.
And with that shot shape, when I'm fitting somebody that hits slices all the time, and I get that, and it spins low, and they hit it the farthest they've ever hit it, and then I tell them just to adjust their alignment a little bit, and now you can hit little draws, that's worth its weight in gold. And that's a little draw. And
That is a picture perfect little draw there.
That's a high, nasty bomb
Ooh.
with a game improvement draw bias driver. Okay.
169. Again, almost 13 degrees of launch. So this thing wants to get up in the air quick.
Really does.
So that's a testament of, I mean, saving all that weight and how low and back they got to put it. It's forgiving, and I mean, it's creating that nice high launch.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dream for a slicer right here.
Let's get one more just for the sample here.
Okay, how about I try to play that? Let's try to play a draw. It's weird for me, but.
Okay.
That was thumped. This is a little low on the face, but you know, this is a little bit lighter, and I'm swinging it faster.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, all in all, it's doing exactly what we would anticipate. So they took the best components that they had in that Paradym X, carried it over into new AI Smoke Max D, and I mean, we're still seeing that same characteristic that we really like seeing in the fitting bay with Paradym X.
That makes me happy as a fitter. I was a little concerned on that. I'm not concerned anymore. This is going to sell really well.
As advertised. Well, let's pull these up on the screen and take a look at some of this data.
All right, sounds good.
As we expected with the representation of these three heads, why don't you walk us through and kind of tell us what jumps out to you?
So the ball speed, it progresses nicely. It's interesting because the ball speed with that Max and the Max D are almost identical. Obviously that triple diamond with the weight push forward, I'm gonna get more ball speed out of it. 171, that's really good. That's what I usually get out of the player head. 12 degree launch, 12.3, 12.9. That's usually what I'm gonna expect with the progression of those heads. And then the spin rates, so I wanted that Smoke Max D to spin low, and it did. And that one makes me happy. So it's interesting because you get over to the side angle, and so I was trying to kind of hit little push hooks or push draws with that Max D. So my start line started a little bit more neutral. Some of them were a little bit right, but that's cool because I could set up for a draw, and I'm usually a fader. And if I put that in the slicer's hands, now I've got slower spin. They're hitting little draws. It's a slam dunk. The carry distance, I mean, I bombed that triple diamond, but that Max D was very interesting. I hammered that one too.
I mean, I will say that just looking at this and then watching the reaction as you were testing the different models, I mean, good separation between the three models.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's represented here in the data, just kind of going through it between ball speed, launch, spin, carry, and overall total. And the dispersion that we're looking at here in player year caliber, I would expect to see that player head perform, which it did.
Yeah.
But the core head in the Max and the Max D also, I mean, really good showing there for more of a game improvement driver in a better player's hand.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want something that's gonna really complement whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to go like a longer shaft, you wanna make a really long bomber golf club, you can go to that Max or even the Max D, and you're not gonna miss much. I mean, you're gonna hit it all over the face, and there's sweet spots all over that face.
Sweeter from every spot. That's
Absolutely.
what they're telling us.
Yep.
That's what we saw.
It is as advertised.
And if you guys liked what you saw in this video, we actually had an opportunity to go out to Carlsbad, California to Callaway HQ and had an opportunity to talk to some of the guys that designed this product.
Yeah, the actual people who make this stuff happen.
We took a deep dive into some of the tech. Make sure and check out that other video visiting Callaway. And with that, make sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.